Namanda, 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 Namanda.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And happy Lunar New Year.
Oh.
Welcome to our virtual hybrid in-person service. My name is D.I. Lewis, and I would like to thank you for attending this morning's Dharma Family Service. We will begin the service with a moment of quiet sitting. Reverend Kuahara will strike the bell, and we will sit for 1 or 2 minutes to quiet our minds and prepare to hear the Dharma. Then he will strike the bell again, and we will continue with the service.
ナモアミダ仏ナモアミダ仏ナモアミダ仏ナマンダ仏ナマンダ仏ナマンダ仏。
Reverend Kuwahara will now chant Shoshinge, which is on page 33 of the Large Service Book.
Okay, so we are going to chant Shoshinge today. As DI mentioned, the chanting passage starts page 33. And then, so this chanting, there is a kind of designated pitch, like I'll start with D. And then at every end of every four line, there's a pitch going down. Then we go all the way to page 48. And then there is a second part of this Shoshinge chanting with more like a poem or hymn. But this part I'm going to skip, maybe next time. And then after page 48, I would like to jump to let's see, page 75. There is a Nembutsu recitation 6 times, and then page 76, a quote. Okay, so you remember all the way go to page 48, and then jump to 75. Okay? Oh, of course, it's nice to you join the sutra chanting following this middle part. But there is an English translation, the bottom part of each page. So you could also follow the English translation too. Okay? Naman David, Naman David.しぎこ法蔵菩薩院にじ財政自在応部省刀剣小仏浄土院国土人伝自然魔根流無常主将願長発慶大具勢五公私有意思小樹十世名称文実法不法無量無変更無下無体公園の少女寛義知恵公不断難事無所公超日学校精進説一切群上無交渉本願名号少女号死心信行願に上等学書大涅槃必死滅度願成就如来所以公出世唯説弥陀本願会五辱悪事群上会お信如来如実言納発一年喜愛心不断煩悩徳涅槃
凡上逆法再永入尿臭死入海一民摂取進行上昇後胃の水波無明暗頓内心臓死運無上不真実新人天非尿に幸福運無運無しげ妙無暗逆心謙虚大狂気即応超絶語悪臭一切全幕本部に門心如来偶税願仏言古代小下者善人名踏んだりけみだ仏本願念仏邪見教満なく衆生信行十字人人難難中死難昔インド祭天使論下中華自治域史構想現代諸古聖書意妙如来本税置き釈迦如来両河線一種語妙難天竺龍樹大寺出頭世質の財派有無権先絶大乗無情報召喚議事小安ら賢治南行六六信行異行指導楽億年弥陀仏本願自年即時入筆上唯の上昇如来語応報大悲偶税音天神菩薩増論説奇妙無下光如来永主たら見真実光線の頂戴誓願行為本願力栄光異道群上昇一心非入苦毒大崩壊筆逆入大永修習特使蓮華造世界即所信如法生人有言の人間人図入生寺音寺王下本師鈍乱両天使上高蘭消防殺来三蔵ルシ十条教凡上専業気楽法天神菩薩論中下報道因果見世願おげんねこゆたり少女死因唯信心枠前本部新人没承知生じ即涅槃必死無量光明道小修上回復家同社結晶道難所唯名浄土活入万全自力変言宗円満特語感染症 三不三心軽音言増末法滅道品一生増悪地偶税死安女外小名化全道独名武将意公愛上三陽逆悪公明明語権因年海入本願第一回行者少女今後心狂気一年相互用意大と逆三人即所保障市上楽原神公開一大教偏気安女間一切先祖出身反戦人法家二道小弁流極重悪人有小物我薬剤非摂取中煩悩証言水不見大非無見上昇が本資源空妙仏教連民全幕本部に新宗教書後編集戦弱本願具悪性現来生じ臨伝下決知義上位少子即入弱上無意楽一致新人意の入愚教大事修士等上祭無変極上悪同族自主愚道心有意過信し高僧説Let's move to page 75. Namanda, 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 Namanda. Namanda.
Rise if you are able to follow along with the gathas. Arigato, which is on the handout, will be followed by the middle path. And after we sing, please remain standing for the reading of the three treasures.
Share oh so preciously today to Amita's light. I say thank you for the path so brightly lit, guides me safely through this day. And I thank you so, and I thank you so for this love we all share. I offer as I am these words of thanks every day. The autumn leaves fall gentle and sure, like snowflakes, like words from the lips of a wise man, without strain or regrets, without elegy or advertisement, the thing to be done is done. So lovely, how did you know to choose the middle path? The autumn leaves fall gentle and sure, like snowflakes, like words from the lips of a wise man, without strain or regrets, without elegy or advertisement, the thing to be done is done. A leaf so lovely, how did you know to choose the middle path?
I will now recite the three treasures on page 8 of the Lord's Service book. Please feel free to follow along. Three treasures. Hard is it to be born into human life. Now we are living it. Difficult it is to hear the teachings of the Blessed One. Now we hear it. If we do not realize the truth in this life, when will it be realized? Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in the Buddha. May we absorb ourselves in the principle of the way to enlightenment and awaken in ourselves the supreme will. I take refuge in the Dharma. May we be submerged in the depths of the doctrine and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I take refuge in the Sangha. May we live in harmony in the great assembly as disciples of Buddha and be freed from all hindrances, becoming units of true accord in the life of harmony, in the spirit of universal oneness, freed from the bondage of selfishness. Even through myriads ages of kalpas, hard it is to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful doctrine. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of Tathagata's teaching. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. We will now have the children's Dharma message by Reverend Kuahara.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Hi. Thank you very much for attending today's service. A little bit cold this morning. First of all, I'd like to extend my deep, thought to the shooting in Los Angeles area. I think yesterday, many people kind of killed. That is a tragedy. So I'd like to send our thoughts to victims and then their families and their friends. So today we had a Shoshinge chanting, a little bit longer than Jusege, Sambutsuge regular chanting, but our tradition Jodo Shinshu school. So we have a long history. So this year we will celebrate 800th anniversary of the establishment of our school. Our school started like a 1253. So we have 53? 73? 1233. No, 1223. Yeah. So, anyway, we have a long history. In the adult message, I talk more about this. But, so this Shoshinge chanting started among the Sangha, members since 15th century. So over 500 years, our tradition members have, chant this Shoshinge. So that's why this is very important chanting for us Jodo Shinshu Buddhists. And then I know it's a little bit longer. So today I, checked the time, 12 minutes chanting. 12 minutes chanting. So maybe, please, give me 12 minutes, precious time to join the sutra chanting, Shoshinge, okay? And then I think maybe once a month or so, I'd like to, try this sutra chanting this year. And then, but many of you are not so familiar with this sutra chanting. So maybe today I'd like to have some workshop or practice this, Shoshinge chanting. So as I mentioned, this sutra chanting, usually Jusege Sambutsuge, the pitch E, Mi, is a kind of pitch. But this Shoshinge pitch, designated pitch is D, 奇妙無量. Okay, so if you can pick up your book. Oh, sorry, Judy. Page 33. Okay. If you can, join me. So, 奇妙無量寿如来ナモ不可思議光法蔵菩薩因にじ財政自在を武将. So as I said, every fourth line, the end part, the pitch goes down. 財政自在を武将. And then next line goes back to D. 刀剣勝仏浄土院国土人伝自然幕. So, and then as you see, the last, the end of each line, you can see a black dot. So this is a 2 beats. So other, a part is just a kind of 1 beat. And then end of each line, 2 beats, kind of we stretch. Yeah. So let me go back to the first part. So go back to page 33 one more time. Yeah. This is D. 1, 2, 3. 奇妙無量寿如来ナモ不可思議光法蔵菩薩因にじ財政自在を武将刀剣勝仏浄土院国土人伝自然魔建立無常修正願長発慶右大偶勢. Okay, so this is the kind of first half of Shoshinge. This is how it goes, and then as you noticed on the halfway page 45, until page 44, the first pitch is D, and then from page 45, the pitch went up to G. Zen do. This is G. Zen do doku myou bushou koai jo san yo gyaku ak kou myou myou go ken yin nen kai nyu hongan daiichi kai. So every fourth line, then again there is a change of pitch. Kai nyu hongan, kai nyu G, and then hongan going down to D. Hongan daiichi kai. And then this is the kind of pattern. And then going all the way up until page 48, end of Shoshinge. So first part, pitch is D, and then from Zendo, pitch going up to G. some people are hard to, this is maybe too high. 네. So, but try to catch, or maybe, And then the point is, chant louder and then louder. 네. And then, as I said, from page 49, so there is a Nembutsu recitation. The pitch going back to, so up until page 48, pitch was G, and then now going down to D again. Namo Amidam Bu. Namo Amidam Bu. So, from here more, like a melody, up and down. And then, so Nembutsu recitation, page 50, there is a Wasan hymn, Japanese style hymn, poem. And then page 51, and then another Nembutsu, 52, another hymn, like a, kind of back and forth between Nembutsu part and then hymn part. There are 6 Wasan hymns, poems, right? And then at the end, page 63, there is a ekoku. Gan nishi kudoku. So usually the whole set of Shoshinge, first part, Nembutsu, Wasan back and forth, and then page 63, Ekoku, it takes usually 23, 4, 5 minutes. Yeah, but I know some people, Sensei, that's too long. So that's why I cut the half, So only first half of Shoshinge. Maybe someday we'd like to try the second half of Shoshinge, Nembutsu, and then Wasan part. Yeah. But this is a really beautiful, sutra chanting. And then today we have a John here. Welcome back, John. Yeah. And then in our tradition, ordination, Tokudo ordination. When people go to become a priest of Jodo Shinshu school, we have to memorize this. And then, so this is a kind of morning and evening sutra chanting. So if we chant every day, twice a day, maybe you can memorize. Yeah. So anyway, thank you for joining. This is kind of brief practice of Shoshinge. And then, as I mentioned, this is our sutra chanting for Jodo Shinshu Buddhism. Like other schools, they chant the Heart Sutra, and then people memorize Heart Sutra. In the same way, Jodo Shinshu teaching, this is the sutra chanting for us. So I'd like to, have this Shoshinge more at the Berkeley Buddhist Temple so that you can be more familiar with this sutra chanting. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you very much. So I'd like to conclude my message for Dharma School students. So if you can, please put your hands together in Gassho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu.
Thank you, Reverend Kuwahara, for your very spirited training and practice. I got a lot out of it myself. Thank you. Now we would like to welcome the following new guests. It's always wonderful to hear the names of the new guests and to express our gratitude. We applaud. Don't be embarrassed. It's just something we do. We really appreciate you coming. And our new guests are, stand if you would like to, or wave. Joshua Tan. Aiden Scott. Prachi Mehta. And Sun Yu. Thank you so much for attending this service with us today. Now I would like to read the announcements that have been submitted. If you have an announcement to be read at the Sunday service, please send it to the temple office. by Thursday before the service, and we will read it for you. SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, and Buddhism. On Saturday, January 28th, from 2 to 4 p.m., Reverend Kuwahara will MC an online study session offered by the Bay Area Buddhist Association, of which Jodo Shinshu Honganji Ha is one of the participant organizations. This study will be focused on quality education. More information is available on our website and in today's weekly email. Online meditation and discussion. Wednesday, February 1st at 7 p.m. You can sign up. The sign-up link is on the slide and at the website. BBT's Minister, Assistant, and Sangha Trainings. That's a new program that will be beginning on February 5th. Sunday at 11:30 in the Hondo, right here. The first session will begin chanting 1. No registration required. Feel free to join. So after the service, you can stay and be a part of that. College Welcome Night, Friday, February 10th at 6 p.m. The sign-up link is on the slide and at the website. Free Taiko workshop today and Sunday the 29th at 1:30 p.m. Stop by if you're interested to learn how to play taiko and just enjoy the really beautiful sounds of the drum. Jodo Shinshu Center parking will be available next Sunday, January 29th. The gate will be open at 9 a.m. and close at 9:30 a.m. sharp. Please arrive during this hour to take advantage of the JSC parking for the Sunday service. Now, students will be dismissed to their classes. Would Dharma School students please go to the front, Oshoko, offer incense, and go to the classroom. All others are invited to remain for the adult Dharma talk. Thank you.
Again, good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for attending today's service. I would like to, anyway, begin my message with this. So if you can, please put your hands together in Gasho. How to listen to a Dharma message. Listen as if I'm listening for the first time. Listen as if the message is for myself alone. Listen as if this is the last chance to listen to the Dharma. In Japanese, 聴聞の心得。この度のこのご縁は初事と思うべし。この度のこのご縁は我一人のためと思うべし。この度のこのご縁は根性最後と思うべし。ナマンダウツ、ナマンダウツ、ナマンダウツ。はい。Okay, again, thank you very much for attending today's service. So it's already January 20th, 21st, 22nd? Yes. Sorry, my calendar stopped. So yeah, already 20 days, 3 weeks have passed since we celebrated the New Year's. And then now we have another New Year, like a lunar calendar New Year. So second, big celebration of the New Year 2023. And then, so today we had a Shoshinge Sutra chanting. So this is a passage quoted from the Shoshinge. So referring this passage, I would like to give my Dharma message for today. So if you can, one more time, if you don't mind, please put your hands together and then Gasho. The Buddha's light is supreme in radiance. Thus, Amida is called light like road of all brilliance. It dispels the darkness of the three courses of affliction. So take refuge in Amida, the great one worthy of offering. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu. So, as I mentioned, Shoshinge is very special chanting for us Jodo Shinshu Buddhists. And then there are 120 lines. And we call it Gatha or in Indian language. But so this 120 verses or lines is a summary of Jodo Shinshu teaching. And then it comes from Kyogyo Shinsho, which is the main work of Shinran, Venerable Shinran, who is the founder of our school, who was a Japanese Buddhist monk, lived in the 12th century. And then to talk more about Shoshinge, let me share his family. So you see the family tree of Shinran. So I hope I'm okay to move. So this is I hope microphone captures my voice. So this is Shinran Shoin, our founder. And then she married to Eshindi. So maybe some of you have a question. Was he a monk? Monk can marry? So maybe this is another big topic I could cover for my Dharma message. So which means, and he had a family. And then this Kakushindi, who was the youngest daughter of his family, and she played a very, very important role for us to have this Jodo Shinshu tradition. Because of her, we have this tradition. Maybe we could say we have this temple. Without her effort, there is no Jodo Shinshu school or our institution. So woman is very, very important in your tradition. And then after her, I'd like to focus on this person, Renyo. So this figure is descendant of Shinran Shonin, Venerable Shinran. And then he is the 8th spiritual leader. So of course, Shinran is the founder. He's the first one. And then there's kind of, people took over the position of the leader. And then this Renyo, Japanese monk who lived in the 15th century, he was the 8th spiritual leader of our tradition. And then we call second founder because of him, this teaching kind of spread throughout Japan, all over Japan. So that's why we call him second founder. And then because of his effort or because his innovations, this Jodo Shinshu became the largest Buddhist organization in Japan. So he did something, unique or kind of interesting. So one thing is this chanting Shoshinge. I mean, before him, so sutra chanting, Buddhist rituals, only for Buddhist ministers, Buddhist priests. Lay members, lay people, they kind of just, sitting there, listen to ministers chanting. But interestingly, Renyo Shonin, Venerable Renyo, kind of invited members. Okay, let's chant together. And then this is how, and then he decided, okay, so let's see what to chant. Okay, so Shoshinge is the summary of Jodo Shinshu teaching. And then it's a kind of, set phrase. So it's nice to chant. So he decided to have, this Shoshinge as our chanting, inviting members. And the members are so happy. And by then, Buddhism or ritual only for Buddhist priests. But now we can join and then chant together with a big, loud voice. So this kind of a oneness or engagement got very popular among the people. So this is one of the reasons why Jodo Shinshu became the nationwide, big school. And then also, that's how we started Shoshinge chanting since the 15th century. So since then, members, priests, we morning, evening, so we have this Shoshinge Sutra chanting. And then this Shoshinge, as I said, is a summary of Jodo Shinshu teaching. And there are many, many, many points to talk. So today, I just want to focus on one part. In this purple service book, which is page 34, 35, you can open it, and then you can read the translation too. And then on those 2 pages, I especially focus on those lines in the orange boxes. Fu ho mu ryo mu henko mu ge mu tai koen no shoujo kangi chie ko fudan nanji mu shoko chonichi gakko shoujin setsu. So those orange boxes, if you read the English translation, so those are all about features of Buddha's light. So Buddha's light. So traditionally, it is said there are 12 kind of unique aspects or functions of Buddha's light. And then here, Venerable Shinran summarized or explains what is Buddha's light. Traditionally, Buddha's light is compared to wisdom, right? Buddha's wisdom. Because of this wisdom, we receive a guidance. And then here, there are 12, functions or aspects. So this is a more, easier for you to understand, right? Rather than Chinese characters. So I brought those 12 aspects here. Innumerable lights, boundless light, unhindered light. So wherever you are, wherever you are, this light reaches you. and then unequal, and then light like load of all brilliance. So today, the passage, the quote that I used talked about number 5. Light like load of all brilliance, or pure light, joyful light, light of wisdom. So just one light, but there are many different functions work to change us, right? And then because of, the light, the Amida Buddha, which we enshrine at our altar, Amida Buddha is sometimes described, called Buddha of light, Buddha of light. So speaking of light, this is a very typical Amida Buddha statue that we use in the Jodo Shinshu tradition. So one time I received this question. Sensei, why does Amida Buddha have so many chopsticks? So if you look at this statue, behind Buddha's head, there is a kind of sticks, right? And then, they look like chopsticks. But of course, they are not the chopsticks. They are like, rays of light. So our tradition, usually there are 48 rays of, like sticks, representing 48 vows. This Buddha has a resolution, aspiration to embrace, guide all beings in suffering, in trouble. And then his wish, aspiration is kind of summarized into 48 vows, resolutions. And then to kind of represent these 48 vows, there are 48 kind of sticks or maybe rays of light. Anyway, this is kind of funny story. This is not a chopstick; it's a rays of light. Speaking of light, now you see an image on the screen, right? And then what do you see? So in the darkness at the center, you see kind of statue or maybe altar. And then how about this? I'm sure now you can see more. So those are the pictures of this temple hondo, this hall. So one is only light at the altar side. And then second picture, I turned on the light and then took the picture from the same spot. And then now we see more things, pews, sutra book, right? And then wall, ledge. And then why? The answer is because of light. Okay? So because of the light, I turned on the light, and then that's how I took pictures. So that's why we can see more things in this image. So let me put those two images side by side. Right? And then one picture, darkness. One picture with light. And then we can see more things. And then I'd say Buddha's light, same way. So Buddha's light dispels darkness and then enables us to see here spiritually so that we can spiritually see more things. So what is Buddha's light? So this is more concretely speaking. It is Buddha's teaching, Buddha's guidance, or Dharma, Buddha's wisdom. That is Buddha's light. And then this light dispels or removes, breaks the darkness. And then what is darkness? In this context, religiously, I would say our ignorance. Right? We are in the darkness, and then we don't see things because of my darkness or ignorance. Right? And then in Buddhism, because we are ignorant of many things, although we think I know those things, I know myself, I know what I'm doing. But sometimes we, cause big troubles in many cases because of our ignorance, because we don't know everything, right? So that's why we make a mistake. We, cause big troubles So that's why Amida or Buddhism wants to remove or dispel our darkness so that we can spiritually see more things. And then what does it mean? Spiritually see things. I say because we can see more things spiritually, right? Then we can have a better discernment because we have more information, right? With the light, we can see more things. As we see more things, then we can have a better decision, better discernment. And then because we can have a better discernment, information. So that's how we can choose, take better action. Right? So that's why Buddha's light, wisdom, guidance is important so that our action get better, changed. Although we still, not perfect, right? We're not perfect. So that's why I use the word better. Yeah? So, but not perfect. But as we listen to the Dharma, gradually our darkness kind of getting dispersed, and then we can have a better decision, better action. Right? So that's how Buddhism, Buddha's light changes us. So today, I brought this passage from Shoshinge. And then Buddha's light is supreme in radiance. Thus, Amida is called light like Lord of all brilliance. So this Buddha's light is the brightest light than any other things. And then because this brightness, light, breaks our darkness so that we can see more things. And then we can live better. Right? And then that is Buddha's wish. So again, thank you very much for attending today's service. I would like to conclude my message reading this hymn, Wasan hymn, one more time. So if you can, please put your hands together in Gasho. Buddha's light is supreme in radiance. Thus, Amida is called light like Lord of all brilliance. It dispels the darkness of the three courses of affliction. So take refuge in Amida, the great one worthy of offerings. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. はい、Thank you very much. Again, ありがとうございました。So now I'd like to say thank you to all those who have made today's service possible. First, I'd like to say thank you to DI for being a chairperson. Wonderful, yeah, chairperson today. Thank you. ありがとうございました。Thank you. And then thank you, Bradley, and then Myron, David, Romeo, and then Berman for your help during today's live streaming service. ありがとうございました。Thank you very much. And then thank you, Tony and then Ryan, for monitoring the chat room on our YouTube channel. ありがとうございます。Thank you. And then Emiko-san and then BBT Music Team for the beautiful music for today's service. ありがとうございました。Thank you. And then thank you, January Toban monthly group for preparing the refreshments for after the service. Thank you very much. So this concludes today's service. Thank you everyone for joining, who joined service today in person and then also virtually. See you next week. ありがとうございました。